Do you struggle with deciding what mods are best for the weapon you're using? I'm going to show you the best mods to add to each weapon now that mod benches have been out for 2 months and we've had plenty of time to test them out and figure out what combinations are best. Let's dive in. We're going to go into Ninja's Aim Dojo. A few weeks ago, Ninja released his first creative map. And what's really cool about this map is you've got all the different guns available to use in this map. And so you can go in and mod the gun that you want to use, and then you can test out in a variety of courses and different things. So we're going to go in here since the mod bench is available in this map and test out the different guns and weapons to see what works best. And these are the best mods that I've found as I've used the different weapons available in Fortnite Chapter 5. I've really enjoyed the mod benches, so I hope they stay. The one thing I've noticed about Ninja's map is the ping is terrible. Every time I log into this map, it is so laggy. Let's grab the hammer pump. We'll start with shotguns. So you can see I've already got a full loadout just because I've been in here goofing around. We got a Reaper sniper rifle. Let's see, we'll grab the Burst SMG to start. All right, so I've got a full loadout right now. I've got a Frenzy Auto shotgun. I've got a hammer pump shotgun. Got a Burst SMG and the Reaper sniper rifle. I've already modded the Reaper sniper rifle and I released a short, but I'll show you the best mods for this gun anyway. Let's start with the Frenzy Auto shotgun. So one of the things I found with shotguns is it really doesn't matter for sights, but just because they're such a close range weapon, the red eye sight is the best one. With the red eye sight on it, the Frenzy Auto shotgun has terrible reload time. Some people recommend putting the drum mag on there so you can squeeze off more shots with the shotgun. Because it's an auto shotgun, you can hold down the trigger and pop. I actually prefer to put the speed mag just for a quicker reload speed on it because it takes so long. A lot of the Frenzy Auto shotguns you find on the map have a drum mag on them. I always put the speed mag on to speed it up. So with this one, you can do angled foregrip, vertical foregrip, or laser. For shotguns, I prefer the laser or the angled foregrip. Really the laser more than anything. I do know that sometimes with the shotgun, you'll aim down sights, you'll ADS quickly before you squeeze off your shot. So there's value in the angled foregrip or the hip fire accuracy. For the auto shotgun, because it is such a pop shotgun, I just put the laser on it for the increased hip fire accuracy, just because it fires off. Now, I'll show you with the hammer pump. I actually, with the hammer pump, prefer to put the vertical or the angled foregrip on it, because that one I do like to aim for the head because it's a one-hit headshot. I don't bother with the vertical foregrip only because the ADS recoil and spread doesn't matter as much with this one. You're not, even though it's the auto shotgun, you're not spraying with it like you would an SMG or an AR. For muzzle brake, recoil, I'm not too worried about. So for kicks, it sounds really stupid, but I put the suppressor on it just because it sounds stupid, but it's kind of funny. So that's it. Just gonna go over it again. We put the red eye sight on the auto shotgun. We put the speed mag on the auto shotgun. We put the laser on the auto shotgun, and we put the suppressor on the auto shotgun. Let's look at the hammer pump shotgun. So the hammer pump shotgun, I'll do the red eye sight again. Red eye sight, just because the shotgun is it's a one-hit kill, so you do like the sight is nice. I've still got to get used to it. Peter Griffin's hammer pump shotgun has the red eye sight on it. It's actually, I got to get used to it a little more. I put the speed mag on there only because there's no option for the drum mag for the pump shotgun. All right, for our grips, I'll put the angled foregrip on here only because, like I said a few times, it's better to, this is a gun that can knock someone with one hit. And then just for kicks, I might put the suppressor on. I don't really see the point in the muzzle brake, so you can put the suppressor on, or you just don't worry about modding the barrel. But I like to mod the barrel just because I can. So gonna go over the hammer pump again. We put the red eye sight on it. We put the speed mag on it. We put the angled foregrip on it. You could also put the hip fire accuracy, the laser on, but this one I do actually like to put the angled foregrip on it. Just gives a little more power, a little more bump. The vertical foregrip is just, it doesn't make sense on this one. And then I'll put the suppressor on it. Sometimes I don't put anything on it, just depends on how many bars I have. So that's the hammer pump shotgun. Let's talk about the Burst SMG. So I used Nick A30's recommendation for this. I actually did a video all about Nick A30's recommendations for guns. I'll link that around here. The Burst SMG, I'll put the hollow sight on it, the hollow 13, 1.3 times scope view. The reason I do that is because this gun actually has decent range, and so you can use it a little bit like an AR, but it still has that like an SMG. I have used this one a lot this season. I actually used this one. This was part of my main loadout for a while after I did the Nick A30 video. I've shifted to the Hyper SMG, which we'll talk about in a few minutes. But for now, yeah, I put the holographic sight on this gun. I put the speed mag to increase reload speed. A lot of people think the drum mag is the best option. The Burst SMG has the longest reload time of any gun in the game right now. It is absolutely terrible. So the drum mag is only going to increase that. So in order to reduce that, especially when I'm in a fight or pushing an enemy, the speed mag is much better. For the foregrip, I use the vertical foregrip on this gun because it does have recoil. It is an SMG. So I'll put the vertical foregrip on to reduce that recoil. You could do the angled foregrip, but I don't see the value in that because you want to also reduce that spread. And the same thing for the hip fire accuracy, that's great. But if you're using this gun as more of a range weapon and a close-up weapon, the vertical foregrip is just a lot better. Then for here, I'll put the muzzle brake on. The suppressor doesn't do enough to this gun to make it worth putting the suppressor. I prefer the muzzle brake for this gun because it reduces that recoil. And again, it is an SMG, so you're firing it a lot. You're kind of using it as an AR, so you do want that muzzle brake on it to help. So that's the Thunderburst SMG. Let's take a look at the Reaper sniper rifle, and then I'm gonna walk you through a couple of other guns that are available in the game this season. So for the Reaper sniper rifle, I go between the 2x and the 4x. A lot of people say the 2x has sniper glare. We're gonna test this out to see if it does. I've been convinced this whole time it does. Everyone else has said it does. I'm pretty sure I've been hit because it does. I had a guy comment on TikTok, comment on my TikTok about this gun and tell me the 2x doesn't have sniper glare. Cypher PK, I'm working on a video where I use Cypher PK's loadout. Cypher PK actually uses the holographic side on the Reaper sniper rifle so that he has no sniper glare. Lately, Nick A30 recommends doing the 2x scope. I've actually been using the 4x more lately because I've been trying to hit further shots. Ever since they nerfed snipers a few weeks ago as well, I just like the grid that's on the 4x scope a lot more than the optics on the 2x scope. So I'd put the 4x scope on it at this point. For the magazine, the speed reload doesn't really impact it that much. It doesn't make it that much faster, that much slower. What I find is more impactful to put a drum mag on there because it increases that magazine capacity. So instead of 3 shots, you get 5 shots before you have to reload. It's super, super helpful when maybe your first shot or 2 doesn't land, but you want to get those, get it with that 3rd or 4th. Because on the flip side, if you don't have those 5 shots, I've had a lot of times where I take those 1, 2, 3 shots and I finally tag him with a 3rd shot, but I'm not able to get it to finish out the job because I have to reload. So I put the drum mag on the sniper rifle. For the underbarrel, I put the angled foregrip to reduce time to ADS. The recoil and spread doesn't matter. It's not firing. It doesn't have a fast enough fire rate to make a difference, and you can't put the laser. So I like the angled foregrip because that way, that's how you quick scope. And so I like to do the angled foregrip. You ADS that much quicker, and you can squeeze off shots that much better. And then for the barrel, I'll put the suppressor on it because again, if I'm gonna have to use the 4x to get that sniper glare, the suppressor is really, really useful because it at least quiets your shots. So they may be able to see you, but they can't necessarily hear you. At least take some time for them to find you. The muzzle brake reduced recoil, I don't really feel like it matters that much because again, it's not like you're holding it down. You know, you squeeze off a shot and there's some time before you can get the next shot. So that's the Reaper sniper rifle. Okay, let's look at the Enforcer AR. One of the things I've noticed about the Enforcer AR is depending on how you mod it, it actually feels a lot like a scoped AR or a DMR. So I'm gonna go on and put the 2x scope on this one. The Enforcer AR has a slower fire rate than the other 2 ARs. So I don't use it that often simply because I'd rather have a sniper rifle. But the fire rate is a lot slower, so it makes more sense to have a scope on it so you can squeeze off those longer shots. I might carry a loadout with a Frenzy Auto shotgun, an SMG, and then the Enforcer AR, but the Enforcer AR is built and modded like a sniper rifle. So I put the 2x on it. For the magazine, I'll go on and put the reload speed just because it's still an AR. It does take a little longer to reload. It's got a larger magazine. So I'll put the speed mag on it just because of that. For the underbarrel, I'll go on and put the angled foregrip on it because it doesn't have a fast enough fire rate where I feel like it's going to be impacted much by the vertical foregrip. And the laser, again, it's not like a spraying gun, so the laser just doesn't make a lot of sense for hip firing. The angled foregrip is definitely what I found to be the best option for the Enforcer AR. And then here, it's kind of the same thing. You could do the muzzle brake, but I actually do the suppressor on this one for the same reason. And I really do use it like a scoped AR or a DMR. So for the Enforcer AR, let's recap. I'll run the 2x scope on it. I'll run the speed mag on it. I'll run the angled foregrip on the Enforcer AR, and then I'll run the suppressor on the Enforcer AR. And all that's because I'm building this gun to operate like a scoped AR or a DMR. If you want to run it differently, that's fine. Just I don't find the fire rate is really that great where you can use it like you would a normal AR. Now let's talk about the Nemesis AR. The Nemesis AR is actually the gun I use the least this season. I haven't been too happy with with it. From the start of the season, I actually really liked it. Between the Nemesis and the Striker, I loved the Nemesis. I didn't last long, especially once I started running the loadout with a shotgun, the Burst SMG, and a sniper rifle. So the Nemesis AR, for me, just hasn't been it. But what I'll do is I'll add a Holo 13 sight, the holographic sight. I might put it 2 times, but for the sake of this, I just find that the holographic sight is better. For the magazine, I'll go on and put the increased reload speed. The drum mag isn't terrible on this either. The reload time isn't that bad. And then for the foregrip, I'll go on and put the vertical foregrip because this gun does spray, pop, 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 pop. So it is useful to have the vertical foregrip on it. And then for this one here, I'll put the muzzle brake on it because again, you're spraying a lot. You want to reduce that recoil. Let's recap the Nemesis AR. This is the build I have found is the best. The holo sight, the holographic sight. Drum mag or speed mag, I'll do the speed mag just to increase that reload speed, especially when I'm spraying someone across the map. I'll use the vertical forward grip to reduce that ADS recoil and the spread so I can land my shots better. And then I'll do the muzzle brake. Also, again, want to reduce that recoil with the Nemesis AR. Let's move on to the Striker AR. I actually use Cypher PK's recommendation for the Striker AR. He did a video all about it. We're gonna put his whole loadout to the test in an upcoming video, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. Cypher recommends putting the holographic sight on the Striker AR, and the reason he says that is because the 2 times, the 4 times have that sniper glare. His recommendation actually builds it almost like an SMG, which works out really, really well. He recommends putting the drum mag. He finds that the reload speed doesn't really make that much of a difference. So the drum mag is this one, especially because you're using it like an SMG. It tears up. I've actually been running the Striker AR a lot since they nerfed and buffed some of the different weapons lately. The Striker AR got a little bit of a buff. It was a little out of control at the start of the season. It's been running really well and smooth for me lately, so I've really been enjoying it. So one of the things that Cypher says is the Striker AR has really fast ADS already. You could do reduce recoil with the vertical foregrip. He actually recommends using the laser for increasing hip fire accuracy because you're using the Striker AR like an SMG. So I'm gonna go on. I think the laser is a good move. Vertical foregrip isn't bad either. It really depends on if you're carrying an SMG. My loadout lately has been some kind of shotgun, the Striker AR, and the sniper rifle if I can manage it, and then a grapple blade because it's perfect for mobility and some kind of heals. So we'll go on and put the laser on here, especially if you're in build mode. The laser is the better option. I played a lot of 0 builds lately, so I'm actually would recommend vertical foregrip. Really depends on what you prefer. The muzzle brake is the better option on here because it is a spray gun and it fires rough. It's got pretty rough recoil. You want to use the muzzle brake on this one. So let's go on and recap the Striker AR. We put the Holo 13 on the Striker AR just to avoid that sniper glare from the 2 times and the 4 times. We put the drum mag on it just to give those extra bullets in the magazine. We put the vertical foregrip if you're in 0 builds. If you're in build mode, the laser is better. And then reduce recoil with the muzzle brake is the best option. This gun does have really bad recoil, so you definitely want to be mindful of that. I'm convinced that the pistol is the best gun available in any game. This pistol has crazy range and it sprays really well like an SMG. So I'll put the Holo 13 sight on the Ranger pistol. I put the drum mag on it just to give it those extra bullets in the chamber. The reload speed isn't that bad on this, so I just don't see the point in having speed mag on it. Previously, you used to be able to put the angled foregrip on this gun. That's what Cypher recommends, but because you can't put either of these on, the laser is the best option. It really honestly looks like a cop gun with this anyway. And then I'll put the muzzle brake on it just because you're spraying it. It is a pistol, so the muzzle brake helps a lot. So just to kind of rehash the Ranger pistol, the Holo 13 sight, you can't even put it 2 times or 4 times. That'd be pretty crazy. I did see Ninja squeeze off a shot. I think it was like 280 meters with a pistol recently. He like landed a shot on a guy. It was crazy. So with the pistol, yeah, the Holo 13 sight, we put the drum mag, we put the laser on it, and then we put the muzzle brake on it. And again, this gun feels kind of like an SMG. It fires quick shot. It's pretty great. The pistol has always been the best gun in the game. Now let's move on to the last gun, the Hyper SMG. This gun was not that great previously, but Fortnite recently buffed it, and this gun is amazing. I have been having so much fun with the Hyper SMG. One of my favorite mythics is the mythic Hyper SMG. It sounds good, it feels good, it's just a great gun. So I'll put the Holo 13 on it. You could probably put it 2 times on it, but it is an SMG, so I'll put the Holo 13 optic on it. I would still put the speed mag on it just to reload it quicker, especially if you're in a fight. For the underbarrel, I'll put the vertical foregrip on it. It's an SMG, you're spraying constantly. You could put the laser on it for hip fire accuracy because a lot of the time you'll use an SMG in close combat, so it is useful for that. And then for the barrel, I'll put the reduced recoil on it, which is super helpful for, obviously reducing that recoil. It does sound pretty cool with the suppressor on it though, so that's a good gun. So those are the mods I like to use. I'm trying to work on more of these educational commentaries to help you play the game better. So what are the things that are currently challenging you in game that we can help provide good content that will help you move forward and step up your game? I'm a casual, I'm not trying to sweat out here, I'm just trying to enjoy the game. And so I'm here to help you, another casual, from one casual to another casual, help me to help you. Drop a comment below, let me know you'd enjoy. If you like this kind of content, would appreciate you hitting the like button, and of course hit the subscribe button because we're always working on new creative videos. Thanks for watching this one. We'll see you in the next video.